Hey, what's good, people? This your boy Cincy, aka Mr. Good Vibes, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Listen, man, the market is on fire, and I hope your trading is also on fire and you guys are making money. As you guys can tell, October, there's been a lot of speculation that October is actually one of the worst months when it comes to trading the market. But guess what, man? We as technical traders, we don't care what the opinion is. We need to see exactly what is on the chart. And the reason when everybody was kind of like worried about the market dropping in October, we were looking at the chart, but the chart was actually telling me otherwise. So while everybody was busy staying away from the market and running away, I was actually jumping into the market and just buying things as I see them. And I'm going to be showing you guys on the chart why I was actually kind of bullishly biased while a lot of people were fearful. So now let's quickly jump on the charts. And what you see here today is, like I said, I use the indices to kind of like monitor where I think the direction of the market might be going. And some of the common indices I use are the three common indices tied or associated with the US, and that's the XPX 500, the NAS 100, which is the one that controls all the tech stocks, and the US 30, which is the one that controls, the Dow Jones Industrial type stocks. So now what you're seeing here is the US 30, and for those of you who follow me, you already know the drill of how I typically look at things. The first thing I always look at is my primary indicator, or my primary indicators are these two symbols that you see here. So the green arrow is indicating a direction to the upside, and the B sign simply represents a buy. The other thing you would also notice on the chart is also is a baseline. So you can see the baseline is this green and red line. So if it's a sell in this case, which is a S, you see the baseline will become a red, or if it's a buy, you get a green line. And you want the price to also trade above the baseline if you're getting a buy signal, and if you're getting a sell signal, you want your price to definitely be below the baseline. So you can see in this particular case, we see that the price of the US 100 or the NAS 100 is trading above the baseline. So now another thing you see is I like the fact that we are also trading above the Ichimoku, which is this red and green faded color below here, and also the fact that we are also trading above the 20 SMA. Now, another thing you also want to take a look at is the fact that I see two different resistance on the chart. And if you guys watch my previous video, I stated and said we need to break this 20,351 level in order for us to speculate the NASDAQ to move to the upside. And you can see as of today, we actually broke that resistance level nicely with this beautiful candle, and this is what gave me a lot of confidence that this market might continue to go up in the next couple days. And if you actually look down below my chart, which is also my secondary indicators, like I said, I try not to create a bias and use one type of indicator to kind of like make my judgmental call when it comes to me buying or selling. And so I use multiple indicators to just kind of like combine them and make sure that we are actually seeing an alignment between all of them. So if you take a look at below the chart, you can see that I see a couple of indicators that are also below. And if I was to zoom into those indicators alone, the first one you actually see is what I call a zero line cross. And you can see the zero line cross is this white line is a zero line, and the green line is the signal line. So whenever the signal line is above this white line, then that is going to be a buy signal. But if you see this signal line below the white line or the zero line, then that is a sell signal. So you can see the current status of this chart is currently above the zero line. So this is telling me this is a positive sign or a buy signal. So I get one confirmation, which kind of like ties back to what we saw on my primary indicators. The next one is a two-line cross. A two-line cross is we're comparing two different lines. You see a fast line and a slow line. So the fast line is the green line, the slow line is the red line. So if the red line is above the green line, then that is more of a sell signal. But if the green line is above the red line, then that is more of a buy signal. So you can see the current status that we see on the chart is a buy signal for the two-line cross. And another type of two-line cross could be a MACD as well. So for those of you who are curious what two-line cross type indicators are. So the next one I see is also what I call a simple indicator I use to just kind of like see the direction of the market. So, whenever you go from red bars and you're starting to become more of a green bar, then you know that you're going from a sell signal, which is the red color. When you see the green color, then it's becoming more of a buy signal. So very, very simple. Don't think too much about this. And again, I've gotten 1, 2, 3 confirmations of 3 different indicators telling me that the market is going to be going to the upside with respect to what I see on my chart. And the 4th indicator is also a zero line cross. You can see the white line is the zero line, but the way this one works, it has an upper boundary and a lower boundary, and we have a signal line, which is the purple line. So whenever the signal line is between the upper and the middle line, then that is a buy, and if the signal line is between the middle and the lower boundary, then that is a sell. So you can see currently we are between the upper and the middle, so this is a buy signal for this particular indicator. And let's look at one more. The last one is also a 2-line cross, a little bit different from the last one, but the way we interpret it is the same. Again, we have a fast line and a slow line, which is the red line versus the green line. So if the red line is above the green line, then that is a sell, or if the green line is above the red line, then that is a buy. So you can see the current status of this indicator is green over the red, so this is indicating a buy signal. So we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different secondary indicators indicating a buy, along with what we see on the chart here, which is the green arrow and the B sign. So you can see there is a lot of bias that the market is supposed to be going to the upside in this particular instance, which is why I bought more indices today, because I believe that the fact that we closed above this resistance, that we are going to be going to test this next level, which is, I don't even know what level that is. I think that is the 20,800 level. So, you know, you guys expect the market to keep going up. So let's take a look at other indices. So you can see US 30 again did beautiful today. You can see we're trading above that baseline and we are hitting all-time highs nicely. You can see we have the green arrow and we have the B sign indicating a buy. And you can also, if you look below briefly, you can see that we are seeing a couple of bullish signals as well. You know, if you go down to the SPX 500, you can see the same thing, a couple of bullish signals. And if you go to the chart, you can see that the signal is also the same and everything looks pretty good. Again, I love the market and I believe that with the earnings coming up, I'm a little bit optimistic that the market will continue to grow. But however, prior to the elections, I suspect that there are going to be some changes in the direction of the market, which is going to be most likely people just taking profits, and that depends on what the situation of the polls might be. So if the election is looking too close and there's a lot of uncertainties, I do believe that the market will definitely want to respond to that, as the market does not like surprises. But don't worry, even though everything goes crazy before the election, once we declare the winner, then trust me, the market is definitely going to gobble the news, settle down, and definitely start to move in the direction of the presidential candidate that we think those particular stocks are going to favor. Again, this is your boy Cincy, aka Mr. Good Vibes. If you do believe that this is the best Forex channel on YouTube, please do like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about what you know. Let me know what you think, where you think the direction of the market is going, and please let us make some small money together, even if it's just a little. Thank you.